Alright, Path of Exile 3.16 Balance Part 2 Core Character Defenses and Recovery. In our upcoming 3.16 expansion, we're making a number of balance changes. Yesterday we began our 3-part series by talking about our plans for flasks and ailment mitigation. We strongly recommend reading that post prior to this one. Today's post covers our plans for core character defenses and recovery. Tomorrow we'll reveal the third part to this series, which covers our plans for auras, curses and elemental damage over time. We've assembled this article as a set of identified problems and our intended solutions. Below each solution is a spoiler tag with the specifics of what we're currently intending to change. Please note that as we're still a couple weeks out from release, anything here is subject to change based on further testing and your feedback. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Let's head in. Core character defenses and recovery. We're doing a major balance pass to improve defenses and recovery for all characters. The goal here is to put more power into the core defenses, armor, evasion and energy shield, to make them the best way to mitigate the kind of damage they are best at preventing, while taking some of that power away from the one-off mechanics that provide a significant defense for too low of a cost. While some individual mechanics have been nerfed, this is overall a massive buff to defenses across the board. Previously, there were some very tanky characters, but they were gated behind specific niche mechanics and uniques that were not accessible to everyone. What we're doing here is moving a lot of that power to everyone else, so that core defenses are far more powerful than they were before. That sounds pretty good, yes. So, no more shit like stacking PhD shield and Legion Jewel and all of that jazz just so you can survive a hit from a white mob in a T16. Yeah, down for that. We're also making sure that every type of character has plenty of ways to mitigate a much more diverse set of damage types. For example, evasion mitigates attacks well, so we're introducing spell suppression to help evasion builds protect themselves against spells. Okay, so that explains the bit at the end of the last manifesto, part 1. They mentioned something about enemies being suppressed, so this is what that is. I was speculating then that it had something to do with the suppressing fire debuff. I mean, might still, might not, we don't know. We'll see. We're also making sure... Oh, we've just read that. Overarching problem. Dodge and blind provide more mitigation for fewer passive points and item slots than any other defense type. Attack dodge does this in a form that is almost identical to evasion but is far more efficient. Overarching goal. Remove dodge entirely. And review certain powerful mechanics like blind and fortify for non... Oh god. Improve almost every other scalable defense type and significantly to make them more powerful. This includes armor, evasion and energy shield, recovery and spell block. Remove dodge entirely. Really? This is how you want to open that manifesto? Really? Remove dodge entirely. That's your first change that you're mentioning. Okay. Well, I better hope the rest of these buffs are gonna be damn good fucking buffs. 'Cause otherwise... Oh boy. Oh boy. And there's no spoiler here, so they don't have any numerics on this yet. It's just, we're throwing it out here. I'm not too sure what to think about that. Honestly? Okay, let's keep going. Problem. Armor as a core stat doesn't provide sufficient defense with low to medium investment. Armor characters instead rely on a number of other mechanics to provide them the defense against physical damage that armor is meant to provide. Solution. Improve the armor formula so that armor is more powerful, providing better mitigation across the board, and increase the strength of modifiers on items that add base local armor. SST? Pinnacle Tower Shield? SST? Anyone? Anyone? Previously, if you had 10,000 armor and you took a hit that dealt 2,000 physical damage, you'd reduce that hit by 33%. Now you'll reduce that hit by 50%. Note this was originally posted with an incorrect value and has since been updated. Let's keep going. Rule of thumb with the new armor formula is that if you want to get 50% mitigation against the physical damage hit, you need 5 times the damage as armor, where previously it required 10 times the damage. As an example, if you want to mitigate a 5k hit down to 2.5k, you used to need 50k armor to do this. Now you only need 25k. Increased the strength of modifiers on gear that add base local armor and added a smoother progression of tiers, as they were currently very low until the highest tier, and had some levels where there was no new tier for a large number of levels. This will on average result in items with higher armor on them, especially during the campaign and early maps, and make it much more affordable to reach decent armor values. Armor provided by base types can now be up to 10% higher as part of a variable base type system detailed below. Wait, variable base type system? We're getting variable base types? Pog? I'm fucking down for that shit. I am fucking down for that shit. So that's basically gonna be like how Last Epoch does it. I mean, it remains to be seen. We'll probably be able to bless them, I would guess, because this is PoE, right? We'd probably be able to bless the base armor. We'll see. Variable base type system detailed below. Determination has been buffed to provide both a flat bonus to armor as well as its existing more multiplier to armor. Grants up to 2051 armor at level 20 of the... Holy shit. They actually fucking did it. The absolute mad lads, they went and buffed determination. Holy shit. We fucking done it. Chat, we fucking done it. Okay, dude, the cyanide in Gauntlet is totally gonna be cracked now. Because of the armor? Were you stacking a lot of armor on that shit? Yeah, that's gonna be fucking cracked, alright. But fucking 2050 base armor from the... We were only asking for that for like literally since the game exists, and now we're getting it. Thanks, GGG. New suffix modifiers have been added to all armor-based body armor and shield that provide up to plus 8% additional physical damage reduction. Holy shit. That is fucking huge. 90% damage reduction with focusing on armor bases only, might even be able to push 80% all res. That sounds super strong, yeah. Holy. So you're gonna be playing hardcore? Or you're just gonna be playing a hardcore build in softcore? Or you don't play it again at all? How is this going? So we can get, holy shit, just 16 flat physical damage reduction from shield and body armor together. Hardcore build in softcore, God knows what the league mechanic has to offer. True! That's actually a smart way to start a league. True. Additional physical damage reduction mods were discontinued from all other rare modifiers, so that large values could be provided on the above 2 slots. Okay, so it's a slight step back and then a big step forward. That's how we're going with this. New suffix modifiers have been added to all armor-based gloves, helmets and boots that provide increased life regeneration rate. This works as a multiplier to your life regeneration value. Holy shit. That's fucking big. Righteous Fire, anyone? Like, yeah, that's all I can come up with for that one, but yeah, Righteous Fire is gonna be hella fucking crazy for that. Oh yeah. Review monster base armor as a result of changes to the armor formula. This may result in no changes if there has been no significant impact on character damage. Okay. Yeah, armor looks good. Might actually be able to build some armor now. And not just have it be used to enable your molten shell. Like, yeah, armor was good for like 2 years, but people just used armor to enable their molten shell. And then the fucking armor was pretty much for nothing. Looks like now that's not gonna be the case anymore. I'm hyped. Problem, evasion doesn't provide sufficient defense. Evasive characters instead rely on the acrobatics and phaser acrobatics keystones to provide attack and spell mitigation. Well, I mean, evasion provides a shit ton of attack defense. If you have like 80-90% evasion, you could really get by without acrobatics. The problem is you have nothing against spells the way it's currently set up, so you need phase acrobatics, and you need acrobatics to get phase acro. So that's why everyone takes acro on an evasion build. I'm pretty sure, like, if you're a raider, especially if you take the 30% more evasion chance to evade notes, yeah, it's chance to evade, not evasion rating. That's what makes them so strong. You could just evade cap, and yeah, who cares if you evade more than 95%? You're already surviving everything. But this could be interesting. Remove attack dodge entirely, substantially buff evasion so that it is a good option, and make sure it is easily available on items. So wait, they are saying evasion is not a good option at the moment. I'm confused. Are they just saying it's not a good option for spells? Which obviously it isn't. I don't know. I'm gonna stop stun locking myself. Improve the evasion formula to grant more chance to evade for all values of evasion rating. To have a 75% chance to evade against a tier 16 map monster, you currently need 49,000 evasion rating to achieve this. You will only need 24,200 evasion rating after this change. 75% on tier 1, you needed 23,800, you will need 12,700. 50% tier 16, you need 13k 700, you'll need 8k. 50% tier 1, you needed 6.6k, you will need 4k. 25% tier 16, you needed 4.5k, you will need 3.3k. And 25% on tier 1, you needed 2.1k, you will need 1.7k. Increase modifiers on gear that base local evasion rating and smooth the progression of tiers. So same as armor. Yeah, same as armor. Update crafted modifiers to similar values and make them available in the campaign. Alright. Evasion provided by base types can now be up to 10% higher as part of a variable base type system detailed below. Okay. The Grace skill gem now has you and nearby allies gain 20% more evasion rating at gem level 1, up to 29% at gem level 20, as well as its existing flat bonus. You what? I don't fucking understand this. Like, literally nobody except Aurabots was using Determination. Literally every evasion stacker was using Grace. Let's just give both those auras the exact same buff. Why don't we? I don't understand that. I don't understand this logic. Aura stackers are a problem, we should buff them. I mean, I'm pretty sure aura stacking is gonna be dead in the water after part 3. Pretty sure. I really expect something that like scales down your aura effectiveness the more auras you have active, or like adds a hard cap to how many you can turn on in the first place. Something like that. I'm kind of expecting that. I'm not sure. We'll see tomorrow, I guess. Reworked evasion passives. Adjusted monster base evasion and minion accuracy to compensate for changes. No, don't adjust minion accuracy. No! Just let the minions miss twice as often. Come on. Come on, Chi, please. Problem. Evasion provides no defense against spells. Solution. Introduce spell suppression on evasion items as well as the dexterity section of the passive skill tree, which gives a chance to half spell damage taken. The chance can be stacked up to 100%. Convert existing sources of dodge and spell dodge to spell suppression or replace them with other bonuses. Spell suppression is designed as the dexterity character's best answer to spells. In general, spell suppression gives easy access and more reliable spell damage mitigation for dexterity characters without reliance on specific uniques. It's also much more reliable than spell dodge, but has a lower maximum. There will be a few specialized ways to invest in increasing the spell damage suppressed to reward high investment if you want to protect yourself further from spell hits. So we can get up to 50% mitigation at base, and then we can increase it beyond that, from how I understand this. I mean, yeah. That should probably work, yeah. I mean, sure, capped spell dodge gave you 75% mitigation, but 25% of the time the full hit came through, and I don't know about you, but my dodge-based characters usually didn't have that much of a health pool. So like a big spell hit, yeah, could send you back to hideout just straight up more often than not. Yeah. This should be pretty good, probably. I'm hyped for it. Spell suppression will be found on various passive skills and the evasion areas of the passive skill tree. Evasion wheel at the center of the passive skill tree no longer provides accuracy but provides a combo of evasion and... Oh no! No, why? Why? No, I need my accuracy. I want accuracy. Chris, why are you doing this? No. Oh god. Chance to suppress spells instead. Yeah, of course. New suffix modifiers have been added to all evasion armors that can roll modifiers that grant a chance to suppress spell damage. Body armors and shields in particular can roll larger values of these modifiers. Yeah, makes sense. New keystone passive skill added to the center of the passive tree, called Mage Bane. Dexterity no longer provides inherent bonus to evasion rating. You gain a 1% chance to suppress spell damage per 15 dex. This seems undertuned. This seems... Just knowing nothing about the entire rest of the values around all of this, this seems decidedly undertuned. Like, you need 1.5k dex to cap your suppressed spell chance just from that, which is literally dex stacking levels of dex. But if you're dex stacking, you're gonna want the accuracy and evasion from that shit, not convert it all into suppressed spell damage. Well, we'd probably still get the accuracy, because it just says provides no inherent bonus to evasion rating. It doesn't mention accuracy. Still seems scuffed. I don't know. Maybe it's good enough if it still gives accuracy. Hard to say. Valgrace no longer has chance to dodge attack hits or spell hits. Instead, it now has plus 15% chance to evade attack hits. And suppressed spell damage dealt to you is unlucky. That's big. So Valgrace is definitely gonna stay as the very big don't die button on like any kind of evasion build. Yeah. Change elusive to provide 15% chance to avoid damage from hits instead of its old dodge related stats. Huh. So they're basically keeping dodge in the game. They're just renaming it avoid, which already existed previously in the game, and it was just very, very limited sources, and now it seems like there's gonna be a couple more. Alright. Alright. Change Wind Dancer. Oh god. Change. Oh god. Oh, I'm scared. I don't even want to. Oh no. Oh, not like this. Change Wind Dancer. Nothing scares me except changing Wind Dancer. To further improve high evasion builds. Okay, saved. Rather than reducing evade chance, but making it risky if you're not evading attacks. Change Wind Dancer to further improve high evasion builds, rather than reducing evade chance, but making it risky if you're not evading attacks a lot. It now gives less attack damage taken if you haven't been hit by an attack recently, and more evasion rating and attack damage taken if you have been hit. Yeah, so Wind Dancer is dead. Has no interaction with spells. Now to focus its interaction on evasion. Yeah, Wind Dancer is dead. No. No. Only attacks? What the fucking shit is this? The reason we used Wind Dancer is specifically so that evasion-based characters have a way to mitigate damage over time. That's like your one weakness on an evasion chart. You stacked Wind Dancer and Kintsugi, so it took 36% less damage taken over time. What the fuck is Chi? Why? Why the no. Why does every fucking load of buffs has to have like these 1 or 2 kernels of absolute salt from hell just sprinkled in there? It's the Chi way. It just has to be like this. Why? Why kill Wind Dancer? You stupid sons of bitches! What the fuck, man? What the actual fuck? Acrobatics has been redesigned. It no longer has any of its old properties, but now changes any modifier to spell suppression into spell dodge at 50% of its value? So wait, spell dodge is gonna keep spell dodge in the game. It's gonna keep being a thing. Just attack dodge it. Maybe we should have specified remove attack dodge entirely then. For a company that likes to be really specific with its wording and have that specificity actually mean something, this just seems fucking irresponsible. Like, why say remove dodge entirely if you're actually keeping half of dodge? It makes no sense to me. It makes no fucking sense to me. Intention is that acrobatics is the only source in the entire game for spell dodge for characters who would like to benefit from that playstyle still. Spell dodge is kept at 75% and the Keystone passive skill specifically mentions this. Phase acro no longer exists. Many other smaller changes on top of those noted above to improve specific items, passives and skills. Yeah, I mean, this is cool. This is cool. I'm down for that. This is fucking bullshit. I'm not a fan. Fuck that change. Problem. Due to armor and evasion not working effectively as primary defenses previously, we've introduced a lot of mechanics over the years that either scale them too efficiently or scale off them too efficiently or not well enough. The intention would be that the straightforward way of getting armor or evasion on your items is the best way to maximize its efficacy. Solution. Review all mechanics that scale off armor evasion and all mechanics that grant large values or increases to armor and evasion. Of course, it starts with Foul Molten Shell. Right. Buff will now grant plus 50 armor at gem level 1, previously plus 25, and up to plus 858 armor at gem level 20, previously 429. Okay, that's a big buff. No longer grants 20 to 29% more armor. Okay, there we go. That's the nerf. Slightly, ever so slightly adjusting the mitigation percentage. Fine. Fine. Okay. Brass Dome unique is being redesigned to more properly embrace its identity of a high armor body armor. High armor body armor. That's... While not providing as extreme of a difference compared to a rare body armor with... Oh, so they're nerfing it. They're nerfing it. Okay. Memory Vault no longer grants gain armor equal to your reserved mana. Instead, it now grants 1% increased armor per 50 reserved mana. So it's garbage. Cool. The Formless Flame and the Formless Inferno now grant armor is increased by overcapped fire resistance. Previously uncapped fire resistance. What does that mean? What does that exactly mean? I always get confused by these modifiers. I don't care. Literally don't care enough to analyze it. Crasion's Carapace now grants 200 to 250% increased armor from 300 to 350, provided just a bit too much armor compared to rares, when considering all the other stats it provided. Why? Transcendence. Keystone passive skills now grants a larger penalty to all maximum elemental resistances, previously minus 5%. They're not even saying what it's gonna be yet. They don't even know yet. Oh god, they don't even know yet how hard they wanna fuck us in the ass. Oh god, no. It's probably gonna be like minus 15. Ugh. Mask of the Tribunal no longer grants nearby allies have 4 to 6% increased defenses per 100 strength you have. Instead, it now grants nearby allies have 1% chance to block attack damage per 100 strength. Okay. Well, they said the aura manifesto was gonna be tomorrow, but we've already started with the group play nerfs. So yeah, strength support, bye bye. You're no longer a thing. Ah, wonderful. Avatar of the Chase, rated notable passive. No long. Oh. Oh. Okay, they realized that that shit is fucking broken. They nerfed it from 35% more chance to evade to 10% more chance to evade. Yeah. Overcapped, isn't that excess resistance, as in 75% fire res, so you'd get... Overcapped. Oh, so if you have capped 75, overcapped by 25, now it would give you 25% increased armor, whereas previously it would give you 100% increased armor. Is that... So it's a big nerf if you're barely overcapped at all, but if you're actually using that item, you're probably gonna have like 500 fire resist. Uncapped would be 74 and down. Yeah. Yeah, so if you're actually using a Formless Flame, you're gonna have like 500 plus fire resist on your build, right? So, I mean, it's a nerf. It's obviously a nerf, but it isn't that big of a nerf. Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense. The Snowblind Grace and the Perfect Form now grant evasion rating is increased by overcapped cold resistance. Previously uncapped. Oh, so we get the same here. Okay, no other stats. Its other stats are being improved. Oh, okay. Willow Gift no longer grants fortify buffs you create. Instead grant 30% more evasion rating. Instead now grants 4% chance to suppress spell damage per fortification. Per fortification. What does it mean? What does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? What is a fortification? Existing items will no longer provide evasion rating while you have fortified, though you will need to use a divine orb to obtain spell. Okay, so we've removed your old modifier for free, but you can get the new one at the low cost of throwing a divine on your trash unique. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for your generosity, GGG. Thank you. Problem: characters who rely solely on armor are not protected against elemental damage. Solution: nerf Transcendence into the ground. Oh wait. Oops. Add more maximum elemental resistances to areas of the passive tree that have armor in them. Okay. I take it back. That's a good change. More access to maximum elemental resistance has been provided to armor areas of the passive skill tree in order to shore up the weaknesses of armor-focused characters. More information on passive skill tree changes will be coming later. Alright! Oh shit, here we have two problems. There's not just one problem anymore, boys. Shit, we have multiple problems now. First problem: the veiled modifier that increases quality on equipment was required to maximize the energy shield from an item. This is a problem because you cannot pick up the best energy shield items off the ground. Oh no. Oh no, no. Second problem: stacking the energy from not nodable passive on clustered shields was too efficient as a way. No, it's gone. It's gone, isn't it? Solution: replace the veiled modifier and lower the power. Okay, it's gonna be 50. 50 flat, yes, I'm calling it. Compensate all characters for the loss of a maximum energy shield by increasing the strength of all energy shield base types. Add more energy shield to the passive skill tree. By that you probably mean more nodes, not make the nodes we have better, right? I'm guessing that's what it's gonna be. Energy shield provided by base types can now be up to 20% higher as part of a variable base type system detailed below. It still says detailed below. I need the detail. Okay, there's a lot more. Shit, we're 40 minutes in and I'm not even half through. Jesus Christ. Veiled crafted modifier that provided quality and strength decks int no longer provides quality. This is to keep the top end at about the same while bringing lower investment energy shield up. Instead, it now grants 25% chance to avoid ignite, freeze or shock depending on the attribute. Okay. Energy from Nor Cluster Tool now grants plus 60. Okay. Wasn't off by much, chat. I almost had it. Almost had it. Added new passives that... Yeah, new passives. Okay, they're not improving energy shield passives, they're adding new ones. So we can spend more points on energy shield and less on damage. Thanks, GGG. That's just what we wanted. Problems: with the desire to increase armor, evasion and energy shield power across the board, we felt that the base values on items were too low. In addition, we feel that our item system needs more base type heterogeneity. Solution: base types are now generated with a random 0 to 10% higher base defense as an inbuilt, currently non-modifiable property. Holy shit. Okay. Good crafting bases early on in the league are gonna be hella expensive. Wait, D2 has that? Yeah, so has Last Epoch. So has... Wait, no, Last Epoch actually doesn't have it. In Last Epoch, the defense modifier is fixed. It's just the implicit, right? This means that all base types can be better than they currently are, and armor base types are not homogeneous anymore. Energy shield values on base types instead vary from 0 to 20%. I mean, I think it's a good system. It's gonna be hella expensive early on in the league to get your like eye level 85 influenced base that now also has to have a good role in the implicit defense. Like, you're probably gonna pay a couple X early on just for the base. If you want that. But on the other hand, people who are gonna be farming those bases can make hella bank with that shit. So yeah. Man, what's up with my throat today? I need to cough all the time. Feels like something's in my neck just tickling the inside my fucking air tube. Why? Problem. Energy shield is most often used with leech and regeneration like life, rather than embracing its unique recharge mechanic. Solution. Increase the base recovery rate of energy shield recharge. Rework the downside of the Wicked Ward keystone. More improvements to energy shield recharge to the core modifier pool for energy shield gear. Oh, move improvements to energy shield recharge to the core modifier pool for energy shield gear away from specialized item mechanics. Okay. What's the details? Give me the deets. Energy shield now recharges at a base amount of 33% per second, previously 20%. Sick. Wicked War Keystone no longer grants 50% less energy shield regeneration rate or 50% less maximum total energy shield recovery per second from leech. Instead, it now grants 40% less energy shield recharge rate? This is a huge buff. Like, they've straight up removed the downsides from Wicked Ward entirely. Oh, was there some other downside that I'm missing? No. No, look, it's 50% less reach and 50% less leech. They're removing both of those. And they're adding a 40% less recharge, but that with the innate recharge buff basically cancels each other out. So Wicked Ward just straight up drops its two drawback lines. Sometimes I don't really understand where these balancing decisions come from, I have to admit. Like, how did they decide that it needed those drawbacks in the first place? And how did they now decide that it no longer needs them? It just seems very, very arbitrary. New suffix modifiers have been added to all energy shield based body armors and shields that provide up to 66% faster start of energy shield recharge on each item slot. That's huge. That's actually huge. Holy shit. Crafted and influenced faster start of energy shield recharge modifier on rings can no longer be obtained. Okay, that's kind of sad. Kinda sad. We can probably get something better though. New suffix modifiers have been added to all energy shield based gloves, helmets and boots that provide up to 38% increased energy shield recharge rate. Crafted modifiers also have been added. Okay. Percent energy shield regeneration modifiers can no longer be obtained on energy shield based body armors and are no longer in the influenced modifier pool. I mean, it's not like people were using those modifiers to great extent, was it? If you had energy shield and you wanted to regenerate that, the way to go has always been stack a lot of life regen and then grab Zealot's Oath. Right? Energy shield is just... Energy shield regen, I mean. Energy shield regen has always been the type of stat that's like there, but nobody really uses it, but it's there. It's just... It's consistent. It's there for consistency, yeah. Oval discipline, yeah, true. True. The Ghost Reaver Keystone passive skill now prevents your energy shield from recharging. What? What? So, on Wicked Ward, we used to have 50% less regen and leech. That's gone. It can just regen and leech now, while also recharging to the max. But if we want ES leech, it used to have 50% less recharge. And not just are we keeping that, we're fucking doubling it. You just no more recharge for you. Okay. Oh, I see where this is going. You see what I mean by lack of consistency? Do you see what I mean? I don't understand that. The Crusader modifier for gloves that provides increased maximum total energy shield recovery per second from leech now provides 15% from 10. Nice. Increased maximum total energy shield recovery per second from leech has been improved on the passive skill tree. So energy shield leech is now stronger with investment. Cool. Cool. But why kill Ghost Reaver? I mean, no, kill is an overstatement, that's for sure. It's not like that kills the node. But it definitely does make the node a lot weaker. And the other node got made a lot stronger. I just don't see the through line. I just don't see a logical through line between one massive buff of one keystone and the massive nerf of the other keystone. Whatever, let's keep going. Problem. Builds wanting to invest in both evasion and energy shield rely heavily on ghost dance, requiring them to be a trickster. Solution? Give everyone access to ghost dance as a keystone passive. Excuse me. Wait, let me just to double check. Which one is... That's Assassin that I'm looking at, you dumbass. This is Ghost Dance. I kinda expected it to be this. I kinda expected it to be the +5 evasion per 1 energy shield and +1 energy shield per 6 evasion. They're giving us the ghost shrouds on the passive tree? Trickster is dead. I mean, it certainly does look like that. If they're taking ghost shrouds off of Trickster. I was not expecting it to be this one. Holy fuck. Every 2 seconds, gain a Ghost Shroud up to a maximum of 3. When hit, lose a Ghost Shroud and you recover energy shield equal to a percentage of your evasion rating. Cannot recover energy shield to above evasion rating. We're still deciding on the specific value. So this part is new. Cannot recover energy shield to above evasion rating. I mean, that's not a big limitation. Like, you can very easily have like 20k evasion. No problem at all. The Trickster Ascendancy will be changed as it no longer grants Ghost Stance. Huh. So they never got around to nerfing ED Contagion for all of those years. But now they're just incidentally killing Trickster. That's probably gonna be quite a hit to EDC as well, right? Can't imagine it wouldn't. Right? Builds wanting to invest in both armor and energy shield have no mechanic that gives a synergy between the two. Solution: add a new keystone passive skill and add more hybrid armor energy shield passives to the Templar section of the passive skill tree. New keystone passive skill called Divine Shield. Divine Shield, really? That's the name you're going with? Any Hearthstoners in chat? Percentage of total physical damage prevented from hits recently is regenerated as energy shield per second. Cannot recover energy shield to above armor. So this is like Juggernaut's mitigation regen, except for energy shield. There's gonna be cool stuff that people do with this. That's for sure. There is going to be cool stuff with this. Problem: some areas of the passive skill tree, the shadow area in particular, have no defense against and very little life regeneration to overcome damage over time effects. Man, I really gotta say that the sentence structure is sometimes just really am I that dumb? Am I just fucking smooth-brained? Or is their sentence structure kinda really complicated a lot of the time? Am I smooth-brained? I'm probably smooth-brained, right? It's gotta be me being smooth-brained. Improve life regeneration modifiers on gear and add a new keystone between the Witch and Shadow area on the passive skill tree to heavily dampen the initial impact of damage over time. New Wind Dancer, now between Witch and Shadow? Question mark? We killed Wind Dancer in the bottom right, now we put new Wind Dancer in the top right. Okay, yeah, I guess, I mean, yeah, that would work. Sure, if you kill Wind Dancer and replace it with something that takes its spot. Fair. Could you please, for the next time, could you please put this patch line first? Could you put this before the Wind Dancer patch note, so I don't make a fucking ass out of myself reacting to that one? How about that, you shits? Oh no. Greatly enhanced flat life regeneration modifiers on gear to be closer to 2 to 3% of an expected character life at their level. Get rolled, Axim. Yeah, absolutely. Like, they're ordering these lines by which order would cause me the greatest amount of trauma while reading them. That's absolutely how it's decided. So they're changing flat life regen. So it's supposed to be like 2 to 3% of your expected life total. Percentage-based life regen has been removed from non-unique equipment modifiers and the influenced modifier pool. Why? Why? This is now reserved for uniques and the passive. Yeah, I got that. New keystone passive skill added to the shadow area called Leaf Shade. You take 75% less damage over time if you started taking damage over time in the past second. %100% more duration of ailments on you. So as long as you take a break from taking damage over time, there's no cooldown on this as far as I can see. There's no recently in it. So you can just start taking damage over time, take a quarter of it for almost a second, stop taking that shit, and then start up again. Instantly. Yeah, that's fucking strong. This more than replaces Wind Dancer. I'm fine with this. I'm definitely fine with this. Problem: a few specific mechanics grant a lot of life regeneration, especially with endurance charge stacking, but for many other sources life regeneration is not very powerful. Solution: remove various sources of life regeneration per endurance charge or lower their values. R.I.P. Righteous Fire Juggernaut. R.I.P. Review effects that give life recovery rate and high values of life regeneration. Add new passives in the strength area of the tree that grant life regeneration and one source of increased life regeneration rate. RF Juggernaut rolling over in his grave, trying to decide if he should get up again or not. Problem: shadow characters don't have a form of life recovery that they excel at, while almost every other core character has a signature special recovery method. Add new passive skill clusters into the shadow area, allowing investment in a combination of life on hit, life on kill, and life leech. This also includes a source of maximum total life recovery per second from life leech in the shadow area of the passive tree. That sounds good. Problem: witch and shadow casters don't have an accessible form of life recovery. Solution: add a new passive skill clusters to the area. I keep saying add a new, and then it's clusters. Fuck's sake. This is a really scuffed reading today. Add new passive skill clusters to the area of the passive skill tree between Shadow and Witch, allowing investment in life on kill and recouping a portion of damage taken as life. Recoup as life. That sounds pretty good, yeah. Problem: block is a pretty fundamental form of defense available to characters, seeing as it is available on shields, but the Gladiator Ascendancy is far more efficient for block investment compared to any other. Oh no! Oh, here we go. Oh, here we fucking go. Because of the Gladiator's versatile combatant notable skill that grants as much spell block as you have attack block. Solution: give everyone access to a weaker form of versatile combatant as a keystone passive, and replace the gladiator ascendancy skill. Oof. Oh no. What is Steel Mage gonna do? Oh fuck, no. He's gonna have to find a new class. Dude's been playing nothing but Glad for the past 2 years. He's gonna have to come up with a new character class to play from scratch. Iron Wizard is gonna switch game. Yeah. I mean, I'd think about it if I was him. Holy shit. Specifics: versatile combatant is now a keystone passive on the passive skill tree, grants plus 2% chance to block spell damage for each 1% overcapped chance to block attack. Oh, also whoa! What the? What? It's gone! It's fucking gone! It's absolutely gone! Wowee! Holy shit! Wow! More access to spell block has been added between the Templar and Witch sections of the passive skill tree. I mean, they kinda have to at this point. Right? Is there even... like, is there literally even enough spell block in the game at the moment to cap your spell block without using glancing blows and without being a Necro or Scion so you can use Bone Offering? Is there even enough spell block in the game? And don't you fucking say replica roomies. I will motherfucking ban you. Suffix modifiers that grant attack block and spell block on shields have been improved and new tiers have been added. These now grant up to 16% attack block and 15% spell block respectively at the highest tier. I don't think so. Even if perfect mods on shield, it'd be a stretch. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, there's just so little spell block on the passive tree, and well, actually, there is a bunch, but a lot of it is specific to either while holding a shield or holding a staff. And you can't do both those things, so yeah. Maybe they should make some of those nodes more generic so you can use them with either? I don't know, I'll leave it up to them. The Gladiator's block ascendancy passive skills will be reworked. We're experimenting with a new notable passive that makes the Gladiator's chance to block attack damage lucky, which helps offset the downside of versatile combatant. Huh. Huh? We'll be making further changes to passive skills and the life granted by Bone Offering. Okay. Of course. Of course. Problem: the pool of modifiers available on shields includes some that have values that are too low or aren't relevant to shields. The power level of shield modifiers in general is also too low. Solution: remove irrelevant modifiers from shields and add some really powerful ones. I mean, that sounds good in theory. Be down for that. Let's look at some details, huh? Modifiers such as chance to block projectile attack damage, chance to avoid stun, increased global fist damage, global elemental damage, global attack damage, flat mana gained on block, percentage life regen, and increased cast speed either felt out of place or generally did not have impactful values. These can no longer be obtained on various shields. These I'm not a fan of. Why remove damage? I like having damage. GGG. Come on, please, I like having damage. Why? These changes are meant to make shields feel more cohesive as a defensive piece of equipment, as well as make their core modifiers more impactful. This will also make it easier to roll powerful shields and obtain shields with a specific modifier you're after. True. True, that is a large amount of modifiers that is getting removed. That's gonna make rolling shields quite a bit easier. That is definitely true. As mentioned above, modifiers such as block chance and spell block chance were significantly improved and new tiers were added. I mean, I would necessarily say significantly. I have a different understanding of that word than Chi does, apparently. Because wasn't the highest before 12%? Wasn't it 12% before? Goes from 12 to 16. I have other words for that than significant. Don't get me wrong, it's a good change. I just disagree with their wording. Just being pedantic about wording. We have added a few impactful modifiers to specific shield types. Armor-based shields can now roll high values of reduced extra damage taken from critical strikes, value going up to 60%. That's fucking huge. That's absolutely fucking huge. Armor-based shields can now roll up to 8% additional fist damage reduction. Can now roll up to 100 life gained on block. Previously only pure armor shields could... Oh, so they're extending this modifier to armor evasion and armor energy shield? Okay. Evasion-based shields can now roll high values of a chance to suppress spell damage taken up to 34% at its highest tier. Evasion-based shields can all now roll up to 480 accuracy rating. Previously only pure evasion shields could roll accuracy. Now armor evasion and evasion energy shield can as well. Energy shield based shields can now roll higher values of faster start of energy shield recharge up to 66% at its highest tier. Energy shield based shields can now all roll critical strike chance with spells. Same here, previously only pure, now everything with energy shield. So they removed all those mods, but they added a couple new mods, so rolling them doesn't get that much easier. Problem: as a defense, blind was equivalent to an incredibly high level of evasion with minimal character investment. It felt mandatory for all characters. Oh really? They caught on! Oh no! They noticed! Chat, who told them? No! No, why would you tell them? No! Blind was good. Why would you let them know so they can nerf it? No. Make blind synergize with evasion so that it's more powerful only if you have built a very evasive character. The power level of the new blind is significantly lower than before, but has more opportunities for further investment if you want to specialize in it. Oh man. Blinded now causes targets to have 20% less accuracy rating and evasion rating. This change makes it so blind is of no defensive use to characters who have no evasion, but helps if you do. Oh no! They killed Saboteur. Oh. This makes me sad. It also has an offensive component now, like if you want to lower the evasion rating of evasive monsters to make it easier to hit them. Yeah, true. True. Blind effect is now available on the passive skill tree if you want to invest in this further. Okay. But you'd need like... You'd need 150% increased blind effect to have it even halfway comparable to what it was before, so... Oof. Oh, the Saboteur Ascendancy notable passive skill that is tied to blind is being reviewed, and Flesh and Stone is being changed as noted below. Okay. Problem, because Flesh and Stone blinded nearby enemies, it was incredibly popular. The changes to blind have reduced its power, so now characters may be missing a low-cost defensive reservation effect. Solution, reduce the cost of Flesh and Stone and change Tempest Shield so that it is a similarly powerful defensive reservation effect, alongside Arctic Armor and Flesh and Stone. The intent is that there are 3 competing defensive reservation effects that you are able to pick between or use together. Flesh and Stone has been changed back to a 25% reservation as a result of the changes made to blind. Cool. Tempest Shield has been reworked to become a 25% reservation effect that provides a large amount of spell block as well as an immunity to shock. It still has the property of shooting out lightning on block, and the damage has been significantly buffed. Okay. This kills Orb of Storms builds. Sadly. Arctic Armor was already buffed to provide an immunity to freeze. Yeah, okay. Problem. Oh god, this is gonna be the big one. Oh no, are you ready, chat? Are you fucking ready? Fortify is intended as a defensive benefit for being a melee character, but can often be obtained by spellcasters using melee weapon types that don't actually engage in melee combat. Solution, change the Fortify mechanics so its effect is based on your melee damage. We're experimenting with a system that lets Fortify be applied based on melee damage dealt, so that tiny little melee damage hits don't provide a full strength Fortify. This will mean that we'll be able to introduce a chance to gain Fortify on hit on passive skills or items, which we've avoided in the past. But we're working to avoid a system where every spellcaster wants to run shield charge to get Fortify at little cost. Our eventual goal here is that all melee characters keep Fortify up with relatively... Our eventual goal here is that all melee characters keep Fortify up reliably without a huge cost, while spellcasters and ranged characters won't have access to the mechanic without significant investment, or being a champion. I mean, that is pretty much exactly what I expected for this change. That concludes part 2 of our 3.16 expansion balance changes. Tomorrow we'll share part 3, which covers our plans for auras, curses and elemental damage over time. Please keep in mind, as we're several weeks away from launch, elements of what we've written here may change after further playtesting, feedback and iteration. There's plenty more to discover in our upcoming reveal of Path of Exile Scourge and its patch notes. See you tomorrow. I'm less hyped about this manifesto than I was about the one yesterday, I gotta admit. There's a lot more hard to handle changes in here. Things tough to deal with. Looks fine though. Mamma mia.